So one of the common questions that I get asked is, I want to move in with men and I don't know what to do. Can you please advise on what to do next? Okay, so if you're going to be moving in with someone, there's a lot of things to consider. For example, medical emergencies, finances, children. Who is going to be taking care of what? Okay, if you've got children, you need to be very clear about the legal guardianship and the finances because children are very expensive, especially if you're going to be moving in with someone who doesn't have children and you have children. You don't expect them to be spending their money on your children, of course, if they want to, but it's your responsibility to make sure that those children are well cared for. Okay. And there are some medical emergencies that people don't talk about. Things like you may wake up one morning and you're not able to talk. Who is going to be speaking on your behalf? Who is going to making a decision on your behalf? Does your partner know that you should call your brother, your sister, your mom, your auntie, your mom to make a decision to decide for you because you can't speak anymore? These are some of the things that people forget about. They just think about themselves. But would you want your partner to decide for you? Okay, if you're married, is your husband, of course, you could be, but you still have a choice not to decide because some situations where, for example, you're fighting with your husband and then all of a sudden, bang, you're very unwell, you're unconscious, you can't make a decision. You cannot trust that person with your decision, with your life. Obviously, that would be his opportunity to actually finish you. Can you imagine you are in a hospital, in a life supporting machine, and the doctors are asking your partner you're fighting with every day, should we switch off the life support machine or should we continue? Definitely, we'll say switch it off. So it's very important. You should know your person. Is it that person who has got your best interest at heart, or is that person who just can't wait for you to be out of this world? So all the time, decide who can speak on your behalf in case of emergencies. Okay, if you lose a job, do you think your partner can pull up the bills until things is settled? If not, then you have to talk about probably saving towards that emergency fund somewhere. Okay, if you own a property, all right, you should know that your partner is not the owner of that property; it's you. So you're responsible for the bills of the property and everything else. The minute he contributes towards other things that involves the property like renovations and stuff, he can claim something towards that house. Okay, so all the time make sure there's a cohabitation agreement if you're not married, cohabitation agreement if you're not married, prenuptial agreement if you're married, so that who gets what. Okay, there's no harm in having your partner doing things for you, but they have to do it without the intention of them wanting to get something out of it. Okay, they're doing it out of love. All right. So basically, it's all about making sure who does what. Finances, people fight a lot because of finances. A lot of fights are because, oh, I'm the one who's paying bills every time. I'm the one who's doing this every time. He took my money. He took the other thing. So make sure all that that part is cleared. Okay. But if you're not married, for example, you've never been married at all, I wouldn't advise moving in with a guy, especially if you're in your twenties. Why do you want to move in with a man? Why can't you move in with other girls? All right. Because what happens is that most people who move in when they're young, they move in with a guy. We move in with a guy when you're 22, and it doesn't work. 24, you're going back to your mother's house. You date another guy again. You move in with them. They will take you from 24 to 27 years. Then it doesn't work. You move back to your parents' house. Now you're 28 years old. You see where I'm coming from? Don't move with people. Okay. You move in with a guy who wants a serious relationship with you, wants a commitment with you. Anybody else, they have to go and stay by themselves. Okay. If someone wants to be with you, if you want to get married, they have to do that. If they don't want to get married, then you have to find someone who wants what you want. Okay. For ladies, all the time, I always say we are the ones who are at disadvantage at all times. So having your own finances is the biggest flex. Okay. Having your own money is your biggest flex. Not having a man who does things for you, no, that's nothing. Having your own is the biggest flex ever. So if you are ever going to do anything for yourself, is to make sure you've got a decent source of income so that you can manage your own finances, you can manage your own life. If you get a man who's going to help you, That's a bonus. And we love it. But we don't want him to be the sole source of everything that concerns you. And a lot of abuses come out of such relationships. Okay? So you don't have to go around boasting to people that, oh, my man does everything for me, does this for me. You know, that relationship can end by just a text message. Just a text message will come one morning, you know what, it's over between me and you. I don't think you're a match. I don't think, even if you've been together for years, people change. If you know that, you make sure that every time you protect yourself. You don't become selfish when it comes to yourself. Everything that concerns you, you have to show you are able to do it. Don't rely on anyone. So many women, I see so many women coming up on social media. You know what? My partner used to be doing everything. I was a kept wife. I've got children. Now I don't know what to do. This is what we're trying to say, but no one listens to this kind of advice. They listen to the advice where you say, my man has to be doing everything and you're sleeping. What about your finances? Are you doing anything about it? Always take advantage. You've got a man who's generous. Let him help you fund a course. Do a course, something that you can do so that you can enhance your skills and get some money in, you know. It's good just to be relevant in a relationship where you know that you pay one or two bills. If you don't pay any bill, you know, men can do whatever they want with you. You'll be told to sit down, you'll be told to stand up, you'll be told not to go to see your friends because for you to drive, for you to have a car with fuel, it's him who fuels it. So he can tell you not, you can't go because the car, there's no fuel in the car. Okay? So we need to be freedom, working towards being a free woman, a woman who is free financially before you even think of moving in with anyone. If you're moving in with anyone because you're struggling with life, then that's a wrong move. It is a wrong move. Because if the person who wants to was planning to look after you says, "No, what? I don't think I can live with you anymore." Where are you gonna go? He was the one who was paying for everything. Who is going to be to be accepting you in their own houses? Except if your mom is around. If your mother is not around, then people have got their own families and make sure you plan things. Even me as a parent, sometimes at times when I think like if my children are not making good decisions, I sit them down, I summon them to my office and tell them, you know what, you cannot keep going back and coming back, going out and coming back. I'm not going to allow that. Once you're out, it's okay, but I can accept them in on genuine reasons. Not the reasons that they make, like for example, just moving, they go casually like that. It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. Moving in with someone has never been a good idea. It has not. It's not been a good idea unless you're in a couple. You're looking towards being together long term. Anything else is just drama. It's just wasting each other's time. Okay, it's just wasting each other's time, and that's what it is. If you're planning to get married, remember what I said. Go for exactly what you want, not anything else. Good luck.